Alright, y'all, today we're working on my shit box, and you know, it is a shit box. This is the good side. So we're gonna be putting an alternator on it. On my way to work this morning, I decided to quit working. Charging went down to like 9 volts. Come to a stop, it jumped back up and was fine. At an idle, it would charge at like 13.5 volts or something like that. So did get the battery charged back up, but going down the road, she ain't putting out enough to keep the truck, or won't be keeping enough to keep the truck running. I was running off the battery most of the way here. Luckily it's 15-minute drive, 20-minute drive, something like that. So we made it fine. I ordered a new alternator through Napa. Not a sponsor, but if you want a sponsor, hit me up. Use all Napa parts. So anyways, yeah, let's get to busy and we'll get to replacing that alternator. So super easy job, 20 minutes, 25 minutes tops. I'll show you everything you need to know about it, and we'll get to it. All right, y'all, the doing a alternator change on one of these LS-based Chevys, super easy. First thing you want to do, of course, is disconnect your battery terminal. I always just do the ground because these are ground side switched on most of these, so get the wrench going the right way. So all right, got that. Next thing I do, I pull off that charging wire back here. I need a 10mm wrench. Break it loose. Just make sure you don't drop the nut. The new alternator should come with one, but it's always nice to have the backup. Set that off to the side, pull that wire off. Unplug this wire here, tuck it back. Now, got to move on to the, got to pull this air intake off so you can get to the tensioner over there, and we'll show you what's going on with that once I get this air intake off. Alright, y'all, got that air intake out of the way. If y'all watched my video on the specialty wrench, I'm a little short. This is one of the reasons I wanted to build it. These are 15mm. I do a lot of this stuff on my daily job, so I just made one that I can do it. And it just so happens too that the oil plugs on most of the Chevy GMs, either 15 or 13mm, so it's double duty. Gotta love it. All right, got that belt off there. Now we're gonna move down here, zoom y'all out a little bit, and there's 2 bolts, one on this side, one on this side, and they are 15mm too, or 13mm, no, 15mm, I'm sorry, 15mm also. And here's my socket there. All right, goes loose. Most of the time they come out fairly easy. Do. I'm doing this with non-power tools. There's your one. Like I said, I'm doing this with non-power tools just to show you all that you can do this at home in your driveway in no time at all. So got those 2 out. Sometimes you got to pry these up out. This must be a replacement alternator because somebody didn't push these back in and tighten them up good and tight. So there it is, it's out. Let me grab the other one, the new one, and we'll get it installed. All right, y'all, now we have this off. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not. Yeah, she's bad. She's grinding in there. I even had some stuff fall out of the front of it whenever I was moving it around here. So the only difference on this one from the other one, the new one, is this pulley is a little smaller, but I think we got enough slack in the belt. I double checked with my guys from Napa. That's where I get all my parts at, and they said that this is probably an aftermarket Chinesium thing, and as long as I got slack in the belt, the new one I got is the one for this vehicle. So let's get it on there, and we're gonna see. Yep, she drops right in, so grab the bolts. And one started. That one started. She fits. Plugs are all the same place, so we're gonna run her in. Oh, I don't got the right size ratchet wrench. All right, we'll run her in by hand. Ain't no big deal. You guys ain't got anything better to do with your time. I was just gonna use the ratchet wrench to tighten them up, but you know, we'll have quality time. So, all right, got that snugged up. Now, if you guys can see here, this is that spacer bushing I was talking about. When you're tightening them up, that's supposed to slide in and keep this thing good and tight. Yep, you heard it just move. It just broke loose. Now there's a torque spec on them. Yep, you just heard that one break loose and move. Click, click. Click, click. All right. Torque to factory specs. So now, just got to get our belt back up here. Make sure she's on all the pulleys. Try to make sure she's on all the pulleys. So. All right. That belt's not fitting. Oh, wait a minute. Are we down in all our pulleys? Nope, we're not on the power steering pulley there. All right, now let's see if we can. There she be. Give me my wrench back. I got my wrench stuck now. That's okay. We got it proper. We'll pop her out of there. Alright, choice where it's coming in just a few seconds. So we're going to shut this camera off here. There we go. Alright, now we got her. Just had to get my tongue held right. You know what I'm saying? So Gonna double check down in there, make sure all my belts are on all the pulleys. It's on the power steering pump. It's on the water pump. Get down here, make sure it's on the crank right. Yep, on this side over here. All right. Now, easy peasy. Plug and squeezy. Hook that back up. Now you probably should clean that, but mine's fairly clean. Can you guys see what I'm doing? No. Absolutely not. Sorry about that. Just hooked that wire back up, and my wrench was stuck down on that tensioner, but we got her popped out of there, so ain't no big deal. It ain't no big thing. We're just gonna snug this up here. Click, click. Okay. Put the boot back up on there. Now I got a fancy wrench here to do my battery with, but it's just a 5/16. So, like I said, it ain't no big thing. Take our negative terminal. No sparks, no smoke. We're good. Now, definitely don't over tighten your battery terminal. Those are just lead fittings in there, and don't cross thread it, and don't cross thread it, and don't strip it out. So, all right. Last but not least, we just got to put that air intake back on, and we're golden. So, got a little rubber booty here. Put that on there. Put that back down in there. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. A little wiggle with it. All right. Feel down around there. Yep, we're on there good and tight. Good and tight. It's German. Good and tight. Nope. Nope. One more time. All right. There we go. Now, usually there is an engine cover that comes over here. It says Vortec or whatever on it. That thing left a long time ago. So, all right. Let's get in the truck here. We'll get her started up, and we'll check the meter. There you go. First start up. Let's see what she does. Turn these lights on for you can see. Yep, she's charging good because the battery was kind of ran down, and I got my parking brake depressed a little bit there, get the headlights to shut off. So yeah, and no, I'm not out of fuel. That's the sending unit in the tank. It comes back, it bounces around, so, but as soon as you start driving down the road, it comes back. So no, I am not out of fuel. But yep, there we go. She's charging 14.5, 15 volts, somewhere right in there. So until the battery gets caught up and recharged, she'll run about that high, but super easy. All right, y'all, the only thing I didn't show you on these spacers that are in here, you have to pull them back sometimes when you pull this alternator out. You know, if you had to pry this out of there to get them back in, all I do, put a socket over this, get a socket that fits over this side here, run you a bolt through the hole in here, put a washer on the outside here, and then a nut and the washer on the outside socket out here, tighten it up. It'll pull it right back in. Same thing on the other side. Just takes like a 5/16 bolt will do it, and doesn't take much. You can spray a little lube on there if you want. I've never had a problem pulling them back out that way. So yeah, just a regular socket. This is a 16 millimeter. I'm sure that'd be plenty big enough to fit over there. Like I said, just put it over it like that, and then run your bolt through it. But you know, the head of you can put the nut and the washer in here usually till you get long enough. But just run your bolt through, put your nut and washer on this side, and tighten it up, and it'll pull it out and push that little sleeve into there. So, and then like I said, when we tighten them back up, it pushes in. Just make sure they push in and get good and tight. So alrighty, y'all, that's it. Alright, y'all, there you have it, how to replace an alternator on a Chevy LS base motor. This is a 5.3, same for the 6 liters. This covers a bunch of years, like a 99 through 06, 07, somewhere right there. The 5.3, 6 liters, it's all the same. Express vans, same thing. Clear up till, I know, 2018, I want to say 19 at least. I think a 22. We've got a 20 out there. So yeah, it's the same setup, same, you know, just different amperages. You got to know your amperage, what your amperage. This is a 105, and they make a 130. I know they make a couple different ones for the vans and stuff, but super easy. Don't pay somebody. Place the alternator on these LS motors. You can do it at home in your driveway, 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops, you know. Yeah, it's super easy to do. So anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Please, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, click all for get all the notifications, everything we do, either here in the garage, at home in the garage, out tractor pulling, and every once in a while some cooking videos. I'm a mighty fine cook if you do say so myself, but don't take my word for it. Check out the video, you try the recipe yourself. So anyways, thank you for all watching, and remember, keep wrenching.